Good afternoon, everybody. It's Nafsi Yoga and Midweek Moves number 1. So if you want to repeat the session later on the Nafsi Yoga YouTube channel, look for Midweek Moves number 1. We're going to get started with this in Tadasana, mountain pose. So standing, you can have the feet together and you can work on balance. If not, take the feet slightly apart. Make sure your feet come no wider than your hips. Go ahead and lift all 10 toes, trying to spread the toes out as we work into the inner arches. Toes are out and down onto the mat as if we're gripping the mat. Good. Legs are firm. Stomach is in. Chest is soft. Lift your shoulders. Take them back. Drop them down. Nice. Chin is slightly tucked. Let's get into our Ujjayi Pranayama breath. And this is where we're taking nice deep inhalations through the nose and exhaling through the nose. But we are filling up the lungs. We're filling up the chest with as much air as we can. And when you exhale through the nose, push a little more air out than what you would normally do. Let's give it a few breaths right here as we find our center, somewhere around your sternum, maybe a little lower. You can focus your thoughts there. Feel balanced, how you're standing on your feet. Scan the body, find out what's happening in the body right now. And we'll continue to scan through the body as we go through our postures. Ragdoll. Let's do a forward fold, a nice easy one. The hands can come down the legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to here to protect the back. You don't have to reach the floor. If you're not there, the hands can brace on the legs, that's fine. But keep your neck relaxed, no tension on the neck, so your head just hangs. You'll feel a little bit of a pull on the hamstrings. And your hands, your arms, you can grab opposite elbows. That's fine. And you can even tug a little bit on your elbows. You'll feel that in your upper back and lower back as you pull. You can even turn your torso to the side. A little bit in each direction, not too fast. And then release the hands to the mat. Come up halfway. Give me a flat back. You can brace your hands on your legs, lengthen the legs, and lift the chest forward. So we're lengthening the spinal column here. Good. Now inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down and purposely reach for the mat, top of the feet or the shins, wherever you can reach. And roll up slowly. So bend the knees, roll the torso up. You can even brace your hands on top of your knees as you come up. Once you reach 0, the standing, hands on hips, small back bend, pelvis forward, lift the heart, and bring it up to neutral. Hands to the sides. Breath and movement. Inhale, bring the arms up. Inhaling the whole way, please. All the way up, and exhale the arms down. You might cause a soft snoring sound as you breathe in and out. Inhale, lift. Nice and easy, doesn't have to be real fast. Exhale. Good. Hey, if you got any issues in your shoulders, be careful here. One more, inhale. Inhaling the whole way up. Exhale. Nice. Balance. Let's start balancing on the left leg. Take your right foot back. You're on your big right toes. Keep the torso nice and tall. Do not bend the torso forward or lean forward. Lift the right foot off the mat. That's it. Working into the low back. And your shoulders are rolled back to a small degree. You feel a stretch in your core and your lower abdominal region. If you need to put one hand on a wall or a chair or somebody next to you about to help balance, go ahead. The foot is off the mat. That left leg is nice and strong. And don't lock it out. But if you bend that left leg, only a micro bend. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, recover. Right foot to the mat. Nice. All right, other side. Bring the left foot back. You're balancing on the right leg now. Get your balance and lift the left foot off the mat. If only a couple of inches, it doesn't have to come up far, but you do feel that left glute tighten up here, your left hip. You can bring it up a little higher if you like, but keep the torso tall. Because we sort of, we want to go into airplane. We'll do that in a couple of minutes here. But right now, keep the torso tall. Focus on your shoulders. Roll those back. That will help. Looks good. One more breath. Exhale and recover. Left foot back. Nice. All right, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up. Inhaling the whole way. Exhale, swan dive down. So keep those knees soft as we come down. Halfway up with the breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive. Lift up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reverse. That's it. Lift up all the way. Exhale your arms to the sides. Padangusthasana. This is a deep forward fold where we take our peace fingers to our big toes. If you cannot reach your big toes, grab your ankles, grab your shins, or take your hands behind your legs and hold on there. All right, folks, hands on hips. Inhale, lean back just a little. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands. If you can, peace fingers to your big toes. Alternately, ankles, shins, or grab your hands behind your legs. All right, wherever you've got a good grip, keep the knees a little soft, especially if this is playing on your back or hamstrings. I want you to inhale, look towards the top of your yoga space. Exhale and pull. Use your biceps, pull the torso. You're trying to get your face on your knees, maybe your shins one of these days. Pull your stomach in. Your breath is a little restricted, I know. Pull, pull, and pull. That's it. Steady on, eyes open. Looks good. One more pull. And release your grip. Bend the knees softly and roll up slowly. Once again, hands can come on top of the knees as you come up. Ooh, once you get all the way up to standing, small back bend here, please. Hands on hips. Pelvis forward. Lift the heart. A little bit of compression does us wonders after that deep forward fold. Airplane. Let's try it again. Airplane, we'll do the full one this time. Let's balance on the left leg. Take the right foot back. Arms relaxed by your sides, or maybe one hand on a wall or a chair. You're always going to use some help for balancing. All right, let's lift the right foot off the mat first. And then, as we keep the torso and the right leg linked, we bring the torso down. You only come down as far as you can maintain your balance, okay? So if you're only coming down a few inches, that's fine. With time, you'll be down and look like, like the letter T in the state of Texas. Alternately, you can clasp your hands behind your back and lift your wrist off your butt. Work a little deeper into shoulders. This is an option here. Steady on, head is neutral. Find that balance point. Core is in. One more breath and recover. Ooh. Wow, a little shaky on that one. All right, let's try the other side. Ground down on that right foot. Take your left foot back. Arms relaxed by your sides. And lift the left foot off the mat. Good. And bring the torso down slowly. And only come down where you're comfortable. You may not be down as far with this one, or you may be all the way down, so to speak. Make sure that foot, that left leg, comes up as high as you're bringing your torso down. Of course, your hands can be clasped behind you, or you can extend your arms out to the sides. Have fun with it. It's yoga, folks. Looking good. One more breath. And recover. Ooh, step it out. Wow, nice. All right, Tadasana, mountain pose. A sequence here. We're going to make our way to downward dog, a high push-up, cobra pose, and then back into downward facing dog. We have 2 of these to do. Let's see if we can handle it. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale, bring your hands down and walk your hands forward to a downward facing dog. Or you can walk your feet back to downward dog, or a little of both. Come into your best posture of downward facing dog. Hands about shoulders width apart, your head's relaxed. Legs are long. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, bring it to a high push-up. So lean forward, give me a high push-up. Awesome. Arms are long, shoulders are working, core is in, and do not drop your pelvis. Don't drop it. Keep it level. Nice. All right, here we go. We're going to lean forward just a little bit. Bend your arms, slowly come down. No face plants. Good. We're all the way flat, big toes together, feet are flat, hands underneath the shoulders. Cobra, Bhujangasana, lift chin and chest. That's it. So the arms are still bent, shoulders away from the ears. Elbows tucked in. Looks good. One more breath in. Exhale, chin to mat. Nice. Push up to all fours and downward facing dog. Good. All right, get into your best posture here. We're here for 2 breaths. Last breath in. Next inhale, lean forward. That's it, lean forward to a high push-up. Nice. Hold strong here. We've got this. I know. Might be breaking a sweat at this point. From a high push-up, lean forward, come down slowly. Drop one knee if you have to. Good. Big toes together, feet are flat on the mat, elbows tucked into the sides, cobra pose. Lift chin and chest on an inhale. That's it. Keep your head neutral. You don't have to look up or directly in front of you. Just maybe about a foot or so in front of your fingertips. One more breath in. And on your exhale, you can bring the chin and chest down, or on an inhale, do a reverse push-up, and then go to downward facing dog. Nice. All right, we're here for 3 breaths. Make any adjustments as you see fit, as you need to for this one. One more breath in. Exhale, child's pose. So bring your knees down, big toes together. Take your knees apart if you need to here to help you breathe. And feel free to fold your arms to rest your head or sweep your arms to the sides. Sweeping your arms to the sides takes all the pressure off of the shoulders. And breathe. Sink into, get your hips a little closer to the heels, sink a little deeper into the posture. Nice. One more breath in. And on your next inhale, bring it up to all fours and transition into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice work, folks. Here we go. From downward dog, take your left leg and lift it up. That's it. Don't bend it. Just keep the leg nice and long. Lift it as high as you can. Inhale. And on your exhale, take that left foot forward and bring your right knee down. All right. Now, take that left ankle. Make sure it's in front of the left knee, please. Hands on top of the left knee. So our chest and pelvis are favoring the front of the mat here. All right, this is our low lunge. So bring the pelvis forward and down. That's it. Pelvis is forward and down. You're going to feel this on the quadricep of the right leg and definitely the hamstrings on the left. Okay, let's go for a back bend, shall we? Roll the shoulders back. You're lifting the heart a little bit towards the ceiling. You feel that compression in the lower back. So we've got a back bend on. We're still pushing the pelvis forward and down. Oh, if you want to go deeper with the back, you can take your arms up. That's it. Oh yeah. This may not work for everybody, so be careful here. If you're feeling good, keep it up. Hang there. Your eyesight comes just above the horizon. If it's too much on the back or shoulders, take your hands back to your left knee. Give me one more breath. And on the exhale, hands, your right hand to the left knee, your left hand to your left hip. Twist to the left. Oh, from a back bend, and we still have a small lunge, forward lunge happening here. I know we didn't stop the lunge. We did not. All right, inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, torso back to center. Shift the hips back. Lengthen. Lengthen that front leg. Hands come down towards the mat. And if your hands don't come down to the mat because your hamstrings are that tight, you can balance the hands on, balance yourself, bracing your hands on the left leg. Good. And of course, we're trying to bring the torso down over that left leg as well. You may get your forehead down onto your left leg if you can. That is brilliant. And it is so not happening with me right now. All right, one more breath. And recover. Switch sides, please. Actually, not so much switch sides. Let's go back to downward facing dog. We'll do another three-legged dog and step back into our posture for the other side. So I'm on my toes and D-dog. All right, 2 breaths here as we get comfortable into downward facing dog. Make any minor adjustments you need to. Arms are long, heads relaxed in between the arms. And we bring the right leg up. So we're not bending it, just bring it up where you can. Some of you make those toes pointing right at the ceiling. And some of us are not. Just go where you can. All right, one more breath. And on your exhale, step the right foot forward and bring your left knee down. Forgot to mention it before, but if you're on a hard surface, please use a towel or a blanket for that left knee. Okay, bring the torso up. Make sure the right ankle's in front of the right knee. Hands on top of the right knee, and let's lunge forward. Oh, yeah, I feel that. First on my left leg, now I'm feeling it a little bit on the hamstring in the right leg. But we're keeping the pressure of the pelvis going forward and down. Keep the lunge there. And with your hands on top of the right knee, bring your shoulders up and back for back bend. So we feel the chest open up here with rolling our shoulders back, and you feel a little compression in the low back. All right, folks, go on. You can go deeper here. If you want, take the arms up as we work on balance. Keep your eyes open as well, please. Our breath never stops. Nice and deep, in and out. Nice. One more breath. And on that exhale, hands come right hand, right hip, left hand, right knee. And I still have that forward lunge coming, so I still feel it in the hamstrings there. And we twist to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. That's it. Looking over the right shoulder, even though a lot of this turn is coming from the neck. But we're using those hands as brace points to turn you a little further. Nice. One more breath. And on the exhale, come back to center. Ooh. And shift the hips back. Lengthen the leg. And also flex the foot. That'll really help out here, stretching the calf and the hamstring. And we bring the torso down over the right leg. Wow. Yeah, the more you flex the foot, bringing the torso down just a little bit makes a huge difference. Ooh. Nice work. One more breath in. And on that next inhale, sweep the leg back as we go into child's pose. So from all fours, big toes together, hips to heels. I'm going to fold my arms. Rest your head on your arms. We're here for 3 breaths. Settle down for 3 deep Ujjayi pranayama breaths. With our exhales, we sink deeper and we try to just disconnect from that last posture. Free up the mind and the body for the next one. All right, last inhale. Next inhale, bring it up to all fours and down onto your stomach. Locust pose, Salambhasana is next. So, as always, big toes together, feet are flat on the mat. Take your arms to your sides, palms down. Lift chin and chest. Good. You can press your palms into the mat here. Press the top of your feet onto the mat. Keep your head neutral. Don't bother looking up or what's in front of you. That's it. I know it feels odd pressing the hands onto the mat, but that's what we're doing. One more breath. Exhale, chin and chest back to mat. Ooh. 3 breaths. A little more difficult for deep breaths here, but do the best you can. Last breath in. Next inhale, lift chin and chest. Set number 2 of locust pose. And this time, bring the arms up so your hands are off the mat a bit. Go ahead and try and bring the hands equal to or slightly higher than your shoulders. The legs are still flat on the mat. Top of the feet still flat on the mat. Nice. Optional, clasp your hands behind you. Don't rest your hands on your butt. Lift them off. That's it, as we work into the shoulders. If you're unable to grab or reach your hands, you can always use a towel or a strap. Adding a little space in between the hands there will help. One more breath. Exhale and release to the mat. Ooh. Low back and shoulders. Nice combination. One more breath in. Next inhale, Balasana, child's pose. Thank you for the breath, Rain. Rain is over there breathing with us. We're here for 3 breaths. Once again, with your exhales, sink into the posture a little deeper. Let go of the last posture. We did great with it. Last breath. Next inhale, let's bring it up and have a sit As we get ready for heron pose, we can start off in Dandasana. So Dandasana is also known as staff pose. It's pretty much how we get started to do all of our seated postures in yoga. So torso's tall, legs extended out in front. Go ahead and flex the feet a bit. That'll activate the calves and they're connecting with the mat. Core is in, chest is soft, and we're ready for our grounded series. Go ahead and relax just a bit and yeah, slouch. Okay. Because it makes a difference when you're at attention and you're sitting tall and then just slouching, this is how we normally are when we're watching the telly anyway. So, all right, heron pose. Lots of options here. We're going to do a single leg lift. And this is a variation on heron pose. So what I'd like for you to do is bend the left leg and you can grab your foot. You can bring your fingers together and put them underneath that left foot. And then we're going to lift the leg up and try to lengthen the leg straight out. Now, if this isn't happening for nothing, you can grab your ankle or your shin or even use a towel or a strap. Because we're going after the hamstring here and balance. And we're also using core. We're using our core here. You may not feel it, but you are. So once again, try to interlace your fingers under your foot. And if you cannot, a strap, a towel, or grab your ankle or shin with both hands and lift the leg straight up. Of course, the higher you bring that leg, the deeper the stretch you're going to feel in the hamstring, maybe directly behind the knee and into the calf as well. So I call this a variation of heron pose because while my left leg is lifted, the right leg is straight out in front of us. Now, for the full posture, this leg is bent behind us, where you might actually have your right heel next to your right hip. So feel free to Google that or pick up your yoga book and look it up. It's Heron, heron pose. And no, I cannot remember the Sanskrit of that one right now. All right, last breath. Exhale, recover. Woo. Other side. I'm gonna interlace my fingers behind the right foot. And it's easier just to go ahead and bend your leg and reach down for it. And extend. Of course, if you have to make any changes here with how you're gripping the hand, the foot, yeah, make the change. If your hand starts to slip, maybe just grab somewhere else. Maybe grab a couple of toes works well. The left leg is relaxed. We're trying to lengthen out this right leg. Keep it nice and long and get it a little higher. That's the goal. Not so much the goal, but the path. So the more we practice this, of course, we get a good sense of balance. Your core supporting the low back, and man, we're getting a great hamstring stretch. Looks good. I know, you really want to try this with both legs in the air. It's a variation of boat pose, grabbing onto your feet and lifting both legs up just like this. I've seen people who can do it and they look great with it because they're all balanced and then they turn and smile at you and then it gets annoying. Yeah. All right, last breath in. Exhale, recover. Whew. You may feel that as much in your shoulders as anywhere else. All right. So that was only a little bit of core work. Let's add in just a bit more. So from staff posture, staff pose, take your hands next to your knees. They're flat on the mat here. Keep your torso nice and tall. Don't lean back. And we're going to lift the legs together off the mat and then lower them. We don't have to come off the mat high. So lift, lower. That's it. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. 5, lower. 4, lower. 3, lower. 2, lower, un, lower. That's it. And yes, I know, we're from Spanish to French, sorry. All right, that's our acro core, as I like to call it. So that first phase, really hands are right next to your knees. Keep the torso tall. 5 more? Okay, fine, let's do 5 more. Take your hands down just a little bit, maybe near the top half of the shins here. And we're leaning forward just a bit and lift. Lower. 4. Lower. 3. 2. Lower. 1. Lower. Nice. Shake the legs out a bit. Woo. Nice work. Easy seated twist. We're already here, so let's twist the torso to the left. Use your hands to keep the torso propped up nice and tall as we look over the left shoulder. And back to center. Twist to the right. Looking over the right shoulder now. Looks good, folks. And back to center. Whew. Happy baby. I know. Have we ever done that on this session before? We're going to lie down, bring the legs up, and yeah, peace fingers towards your big toes. If you can grab your big toes, that's great. And then bring the knees down towards the mat, just on the inside part of your armpits. So we're working in the hamstrings on this one, and yeah, you can rock a little bit. That's the happy baby. If you're just hanging out, not moving, that's the dead bug. La cucaracha morete, or morete cucaracha. I'll work it out. I will. No matter what, use those biceps to bring the knees down a bit. Oh, and remember the grumpy baby variation. The grumpy baby variation, just using one leg, one arm. So in this case, I'm using the left leg, left hand. The right side is relaxed here, and I'm just concentrating on bringing the left knee closer to the mat, working deeper into the hamstring. Of course, you can do that with the other side as well. So grabbing both feet doesn't work for you. Just do one at a time. Absolutely fine to do. Of course, most would say, happy baby's fun with both legs here, All right, here we go. Release your grip. Woo. Legs are bent, feet are flat. Drop your knees to the left side. Yeah, let's get one more twist in here. This may be a little deeper. You can feel this a little more so in the lower portion of the spinal column. So my knees are dropping to the left. My right shoulder stays on the mat. And recover. Knees come up and over to the other side. Left shoulder stays on the mat. As I look over the left shoulder here. Nice, nice, nice work here, folks. And from here, keep your legs there. My legs are down to the right side of the mat. I'm going to roll my torso over to the right, and we're going to come up to a comfortable seated posture. And as always, it's Sukhasana. So any seated posture is fine. Your eyes can be soft or closed at this time. Go ahead and disengage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Just breathe regularly at this point as we take a scan of the body from your head to your toes. Think about focus in on your neck, core, lower back, quadriceps, hamstrings, knees. Maybe some of the work we did today was really working on your knees here. Take notice of what's happening in the body. Pay attention to it. Just do not ignore it. All right, folks, great session today. With one last deep inhalation, bring the arms up and overhead. Palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down past your third eye to your heart center. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind, remain gentle, and always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this afternoon. Thank you, Ed. Namaste.